All right, test test. Hello, hello. All right, we have a game. We have Civ at our table, who's pretty good at this game. That's a understatement if you're not aware. I was to say OG is. Yeah, I thought I recognized from Terra Mystica land too. But he's playing Agricola and is also surprise very good. And Kidnap's also. So this is a 400 plus rated table. I mean Civ is currently 16th at a 663. So this is a heck of a good table. This is a great WBC practice table, basically. To be honest, this one's legit. Let's get the stream announcements out there to the world, and then we have to make a pick. But yeah, this is a good table. Uh, you're here for the first pick. Let's go. Yeah, let's go. As for the first pick, I mean, there's a dung collector. I'm a fan of dung collector. There's also a family friendly home though, so that's a bit awkward. Family friendly home is also quite good. I don't always like pushing family friendly home stuff though, but I don't really like passing it either. I mean, I guess I could take family friendly home even with dung collector and just see where things go from there. If grow flips in 5, do you just ignore family friendly home? Usually, but not always. It really depends on your game and your position. Like sometimes a family friendly home, it's worth delaying grow just a little because you can speed up when you get your fourth family member still. Um, so there's a Drudgery even the game that doesn't make a lot. There's a Thunderbolt that adds some stuff. I like Potter's Yard, right? Yeah, Potter's Yard also can be pretty sweet. It's a lot of food. I think I have to take Dung Collector though. Just getting rewards, like getting auto farming rewards is very good. Generally, you can get 3 fields out of Dung Collector, and even in most games. So I think we Dung Collect and we take Family Friendly Home. We just kind of we're not gonna super commit to any one plan necessarily. We just take some really strong cards and see where they lead us. Um. Okay. So Ha, Dungplow Potter's Yard pays for itself. Yeah, I was tempted to just Potter's Yard. 2 room house go. I mean, there is a den builder. Den builder kind of pricey though. Like, do we have a good reason that we don't even have a good grain source yet? And yeah. Ben in the grain field also kind of awkward here. It adds another growth cheat to the game. The more growth cheats there are, the less good the one you have is. So like family friendly home already less exciting. Um I think I take Chick Stable here. It's just solid, it's good. Roof Baluster can be cute, but I don't really want it here. I guess I take Den Builder as an option, but yeah, it is kind of pricey. I'm not that high on Den Builder. I also don't mind Clay Delivery Bit a lot of the time, but it's kind of slow. It's not really clear what it's doing here. Green Grocer occasionally can be kind of cute. I just used Hollow Warden the other day with the Dung Collector. It's not bad to have a way to just get a fireplace out. Um, Basket Maker's Wife can be fine in some games. It's not always the way that you want to feed. I'm gonna take another option here of Den Builder, but again, I don't know. God, I don't really like that. I'm gonna take Roof Baluster. I don't know that I need Roof Baluster either, because often there's way too much stone, but Roof Baluster gives you just the stone you need. Hollow Warden seems okay too. Yes, I mean, Hollow Warden's a fine pick here too. I don't know for sure. I don't love passing Den Builder Ben in the grain field because like if somebody does have a grain source, that kind of feels pretty good, right? Like if you have room, like yeah, you can play. Yeah, I don't know. Den Builder Ben in the grain field feels like it's kind of a thing if you actually have some grain source going. But oh well. Um, thus far I don't see a ton of help for getting like fences and animals going. So Yeah, we'd like a little help on that for the dung collector reasons. Huh. Okay. I like the cow patty. I don't want a lantern house. Uh, these ox are not really it. The village peasant is potentially okay for us. I do like having some late game ox. A lot of these games you can wind up not having much to do in the end game, and we're not really gonna have fields until late, which makes it hard to multiply crops. So just playing village peasant and getting like a couple points. Although also in terms of multiplying crops, though, we could just have a cow patty, right? Ugh, never mind. Cow patty just means that we do just like take a single veg and we sow it once, and we have three veg now. I don't really need this. Whole cultivator can be cute, but I don't think it's really good here. This might actually be a forest owner game because I have a family-friendly home. And if I can add a shit ton of wood and a shit ton of actions to the game, actually that does sound like it's kind of a thing. Yeah, it's kind of a thing. Artisan district with the roof baluster seems good too. Yeah, I mean, leading into the artisan district's not crazy. Also, just a stone for a point is fine. I actually kind of like the forest owner here, though. I don't always love adding a ton of wood to the game, but family-friendly home means it's probably better for us to add a bunch of wood to the game. I don't love our food, but we just need a reed source now. Yeah, I mean, we could use some extra reed for sure. Um, not that I've seen a lot of it yet, so I don't know. This is I don't like Sand's not super synergistic. We don't really have things sorted out yet, and it's not really obvious what's gonna wheel to us. Um, Out of this pack, we're gonna wheel like petting zoo, grassland harrow, lantern house. It's gonna be my guess. It's gonna be my guess, but we'll find out. Which does sound like I'm sort of gonna have a dead seventh pick miner. I also don't expect my seventh pick Ock to be good. We're gonna be looking at like merchant, building tycoon, craftsmanship promoter or something. But you don't hate the petting zoo with the dung collector. That's true. Yeah, that's actually true. There are some scenarios where that's gonna work out. But yeah, these ox are unfortunate. Not a lot of like animal support yet. It's not quite obvious how we're gonna feed well. The chick stable helps a little at least, but now there's a master tanner. There's a fur cutter. That's another way to generate shit tons of wood off of a big family. Fur cutter, apparently, people like that card. I mean, it's a way to generate a lot of wood. I don't see us doing I don't see us using Master Tanner very well. I don't see us using Museum Caretaker very well. Patch Caretaker, I'm more of a fan of the minigame than I should be, but I think it's wrong here, so I think I am taking Fur Cutter. But, God, I don't know. You don't remember it in G5. I don't know that it totally was. I think it got modified somehow. There is a Stone Weir that I don't hate. Well, what actually sucks is that I don't get this pack back. If I got this pack back, like, there's multiple fishing cards here, right? Like, Stone Weir plus Driftnet Boat is actually kind of a thing. Like, you just have an automatic 6 food space, which is, like, pretty sweet. Rod collection with the forest, correct. Like, there's actually a really fun, I agree, there's a really fun combo here. The rod collection actually could be a crap ton of points, too. Like, God, if I could have these 3 cards separately, like, oh my God, it's actually, like, kind of a thing. It could be intriguing. But I have to take only one of them, in which case I probably take the Stone Weir and just guarantee there's 4 food on fishing. Is that better than just Driftnet Boat? I guess the reed cost. I don't have enough reed. A stone to a thing is better, although 2 ox. Huh. I think I also like stone weir, but I don't really like this. I don't really like this as an answer. Um, we do get Drudgery Reeve back. That's actually pretty good. And we get Potter's Yard back? Well, wait, that's actually really good. Drudgery Reeve I like is just an Oct to give us wood early. If multiple people go fishing, the Stone Weir doesn't get hurt very hard. That's true. I also like value assets in a lot of games, but anyhow, Potter's Yard's a lot of like mid to late game food basically, so that is actually quite helpful. Or yeah, I like that card a lot. And then Drudgery Reeve is totally fine here to get just a little bit of help. Okay, this feels a little better. I do think we're leading into the like get a big house, be able to spam Forest Owner and get fences, get animals breeding with Dung Collector, build a Potter's Yard, but the get enough food in between all of that is the slightly tricky bit. But hopefully, family friendly home, yeah, will allow us to like cheat out a growth, and then we get a fourth family member. I don't intend to push for a fifth family member, um, but so yeah, we're gonna really want to prioritize 2 reed as an action. I'd still prioritize any reed source, but I don't remember there being a reed source in the draft. So I guess technically value assets allows you to buy a reed, but 2 food for a reed's kind of pricey. Um, but yeah, so reed's gonna be a high priority for us. But yeah, we have so much wood. There's so much wood. Tough hand, yeah, I agree. It's not particularly good. There's a lot of ways that this doesn't actually go that well. So that's why I don't like it that much. But we do get Hollow Warden. I kind of like the Hollow Warden. It's just a way to guarantee we can build a fireplace. I also kind of like the Clay Deliveryman. Clay Deliveryman allows me to renovate to clay at some point. Although I'm never playing Clay Deliveryman and getting trickles of clay. Yeah, no. I don't have time for that. That's no good. Elk Lab looks like a free point. Uh, yeah. I don't. I shouldn't need Woodpile. I'll take Elk Lab. That's eventually a free point. I don't think we play Fur Cutter and Forest Owner. That feels unnecessary. So maybe we don't play Forest Owner actually. Maybe we wind up playing Drudgery Reeve as our wood source, early wood, and we just take enough other wood off the board, and then we family friendly home, get the read in, get the build actions in. Getting the build actions in is also going to be tough. Like it's one of the difficulties, but you like that better? I kind of like that better too, of not having Forest Owner in play and being able to then just use Fur Cutter during the mid game once we get our actions going. I think that's probably better. Um, but Building Tycoon. Now wait a second. Wait 1 second. Huh. Well, it doesn't not work. It doesn't quite work, but when I say it doesn't not work, what I mean is Building Tycoon does at least allow me to build a third room. Then I have to start player family friendly home to like build the fourth room. Like I have to get on build still. But it still could save 1 build action, which could be pretty important. With that said, I also have to take crops manually, in which case, like, Hill Cultivator is not a terrible way to boost clay. If we actually get family-friendly home running, Hill Cultivator is kind of nice in that it boosts actions, right? Cards that boost actions are good. We do get the Petting Zoo back. I think it is Petting Zoo. I don't have any desire to run Lantern this game. But yeah, I don't know that I hate this Hill Cultivator. I could just SP to build since I'm not going to get a miner and grow. I mean, when you grow with your fourth family member, you will, but we could build rooms in clay too. That's true. We could also use this to help build a fifth room in clay. Or I don't see how I'm building my first room in clay. But God, I have so much wood potentially too, though. I don't know though. Yeah, I don't think I need the building tycoon, but I think there is some value to building tycoon still. Major minor flips that makes the Hollow Warden kind of a bit less good. Uh, It's fine. We don't need the Hollow Warden. Um, Reedstone food would be the best action for us, but obviously we don't get it, but that's fine. I probably am just taking 3 wood. I don't have that many ox I want to play early unless I am playing Forest Owner. That's the only thing. I could play Forest Owner early. Don't know that I want to do that. The one advantage to playing an Ock is I can start player and probably get 2 read next. Like I can start player family friendly home probably into 2 read, which is actually that probably is what I'm supposed to do. Early skillful renovator. Okay, maybe I can't start player. Usually you play skillful renovator in round 1 in order to like enable yourself to play like a Skullry or something. Like not a ton of reason to play skillful renovator in round 1 usually. Maybe I do play Drudgery Reef here, so I'm eligible to start player family friendly home if I want to. Yeah, I like I like being ready to do that. I don't like the fact that I don't really have more Ox I want to play the rest of the stage, but other people presumably will. So but this is gonna be a tough game, I think. I just get the sense this one's gonna be tough. But I will day labor if Teal starts here. And Teal does start, which kind of expected. So we at least guaranteedly get some read. Start player rolling pin. If you have more clay than wood, you get a food. Okay, I mean that does instantly work, but what a weird start. Again, I'm gonna day labor over taking 2 wood. It's fine. I don't really want a 2 wood action. I wanna get like 2 3 wood actions, so that way I have 10 wood with like as few of actions as possible. I would like to just get 2 read. There's gonna be 4 wood on the board. That's actually really good for us. Now there's 4 wood, 3 wood, 2 read, reedstone food. There's 2 ox spaces. Again, not that the ox are really what we want, but there's like a decent shot that my next round is allowed to be 2 read, 3 wood, type thing. I mean, maybe teal takes 2 read, but no, it takes the 4 wood. All right, great. 2 read's better for us than reedstone. So 2 read, quite good with the family friendly home hiding in our hand. So just do that. All right, we'd like to get 3 wood back. I'd rather not get Ock back, but if we get, wow, shit. Okay, we do get Ock. Not a lot of good Ox, so I guess I play the Forest Owner. God, am I actually committed to the Forest Owner? Maybe I'm just committed to the Fur Cutter. I don't know. This one's tricky. Teal being weird here where they're Ocking. I don't know why they're Ocking this way. Clay Carrier with the roll-in pin. That's cute, and we're buying clay because we took wood. Sure. Hello from the hospital. Oh my. Well, we're doing okay. I did. Hopefully you're just visiting like somebody else. Hopefully things are all right. And yeah, we're at a tough table, and we kind of have a tricky hand that's not entirely obvious to me what I want to be doing. I don't know that I want to play Forest Owner. That's kind of spooky to me. You may or may not work at the hospital. Sure, that also makes sense actually. That's fair. That's fair. I don't know that the rest of us knew that for sure either way, but okay, it feels correct to Ock, but God, I just have like lost as to actually what I want to do with this hand. Why wouldn't we want to own a forest? Mostly if we don't actually get a million actions, but I guess the answer is the only way this hand is gonna work is if family friendly home actually works. We could play Hill Cultivator here, I agree, I debated that, but I just don't think I'm taking Manual Grand for ages. I don't think that's our game plan. Civ is just plowing some more. Okay. You think Forest Owner over the Fur Cutter. Okay. Well, I'm glad that that's what we did. OG, okay, yeah, they're just gonna build fireplace. It's fine. That's fine. My next round is probably take wood and build a room. to be honest. Adding more builds to the game is also quite good here for me. Like, making sure somebody builds a room in round 3 is actually pretty good with a family-friendly home. Um, so, I mean, if I can take Reedstone food, I probably have to do that. But I'm assuming that's what Teal opens? No, Teal has another Octoplay. Okay, what combos do we have going here? Hope and a prayer. Wow, pet lover. Uh, pet lover didn't take fur cutter? That's interesting. What is our feeding plan? Our feeding plan is now we're going to take the animal piles that the pet lover leaves behind. But yeah, our feeding plan is rough. It also involves stone weir and chick stable and eventually potter's yard. But basically, our feeding plan is, yeah, get actions figured out later, is the short of it. I am going to take another Reedstone food here. The downside is nobody's building a room this round. So I am now just building the first room in round 4. But I guess building the first room in round 4 is not bad here either. Fur cut is only better if we get to 5 super quick, but Forest Owner is legit and good with small house or big house. And it helps the dung collector. That's all true. It's all true. You're right. It's all true. And the dung collector is also helped by the pet lover. There is a card that's adding animals to the game, so love that. Civ starts. Okay, mildly annoying, but not awful. New purchase. Okay, so Civ is gonna buy a grain and take a manual grain, and Civ's gonna sow 2 grain fields. Is what's happening. We did give Civ the bed in the grain field and the uh, den builder, so none of that's too surprising. We get a pet lover action. That makes sense. I'm just taking 3 wood. Yeah, I'm just taking 3 wood. Did somebody take 2 wood over forest owner last round? No. Somebody had already taken 4 wood last round before I played forest owner. So, why not 4 wood? Oh, forest owner's 4 wood. Because I don't play forest owner enough, and so I forget that it's 4 wood. I do take 4 wood over 3 wood, yes. Yes, I do. You are correct. Mentally, to me, Forest Owner is just a 3 wood space, but that's because I clearly don't actually play it. I let other people play it. um, yeah. Okay, so yeah, we definitely build the first room next round, and we're getting in position to be able to build again, which is the goal. Civ is doing what I claimed. Civ's gonna set up 2 grain fields. 2 grain fields be strong. Be good. Another Ock gets played here, that's fine. Yeah. This looks okay for us overall. Like, did we pass Sleeping Corner? No, we passed Bed in the Grainfield. No, we didn't see anything like Keg. The only things that we passed that super incentivized this, we passed a Bed in the Grainfield, we passed a Steam Machine, and we passed a Den Builder. Now, all of those are reasonable-ish things, but I suspect Civ also has first picked some type of grain thing, in which case, taken together, that all sounds pretty damn good. But we'll find out. We'll obviously find out. I wouldn't mind taking Reed before building, but I'm assuming like I assume Red's gonna take a Reed here in some capacity, so we're gonna. Although actually, Red might take food, huh? Red might take food. Well, God, what did Red play? They actually played Woodworker. Oh my God, incredible! They set up a mushroom collector. They're rated pretty freaking good too. Intriguing. So more animals are getting added to the game, so I love that. More food is getting added to the game. All of those things are great for us. I love it. Absolutely love it. I am getting read first before building. I love that. Absolutely adore that. Yeah, love getting read before building here. Um, looks like our fast growth game plan could be working pretty well. I think we should I think we're aiming for round 6 that we're going to get the build action with family friendly homes. So we're going to get a round 6 growth and then we're still going to have an open room to fight our way back into the queue. That's our hope here. Um, we'll see how it goes. Teal's thinking a bunch here. Teal has such a weird game going on too with this clay carrier skillful renovator stuff. Like I'm not sure. There's a bunch of clay added to the game. Like there's just 6 clay chilling here too. Like there's so many things on this board to do because Civ is setting things up and I like yeah. The game if we can get away with growing relatively fast, currently there's a lot of resources on the game. Like there's a lot of like boosted stuff. I don't know if there's a ton of boosted food, so food could prove a very meaningful constraint on our game, which we've been worried about for a while. But farmyard arrangement I should think about a little bit because of cow patty. I want to like plow. I want to build like here and here. Yeah. All right, 2 reed goes there. That's sweet. I love reedstone food here. Do you have any hidden wood that randomly appears? No. Okay, so we just definitely get to build on the wheel. Love that. Civ is gonna get 6 wood at the start of next round, because who's gonna start player into that? Unless I do, but no, that makes no sense. I need to build. I need to build. If Grow flips, that's also totally fine, obviously. If Grow just flips, then we just grow. If Grow doesn't flip, then we take some wood and start player family friendly home. So that all seems good. There's so much. God, there's so many resources being injected. Why isn't Teal taking 3 wood? Because they're doing some crazy clay carrier shit. I don't know. You're probably right. Teal probably is taking 3 wood. Okay, they are. All right, cool. So there is no 6 wood. There is 4 wood for Civ. There's also going to be 8 clay. God, there's 8 clay and 5 food next round. Great. Love it. I love it. Teal is undoing the wood. Maybe they're going to start player into the wood. Teal starting into the wood is actually totally valid. I don't mind that. Yeah, Teal starting into wood is reasonable here. I mean, I guess they have to worry that I will take wood. So if getting 8 clays seems stupid good with what you said you passed him, yeah, that's true. It turns out Civ is getting that though, because yeah, I mean, if Teal doesn't take the wood there, I actually don't have to build, which also would have got interesting. But yeah, anyhow, Civ getting 8 clay is stupid good for him. So congrats, buddy. Don't build stables. We need to family-friendly home. 5 food looks really good for me next round too. 5 food looks pretty good, but really I want to take wood and I want to start player family-friendly home and then I want to grow. So then we worry about food. So hopefully there's 6 food bottom feeding after that, which seems kind of unlikely, but you know, who the hell knows? Sheep are piling up. I would love to somehow someday get in there too. Like my food's gonna look sketch for a little bit, but 8 clay rental clay oven and then play the den builder. Yeah, stuff like that's gonna be available for Civ. Yeah, like, and he probably has a steam machine, right? So yeah, like it's probably Civ's probably doing great, probably doing great shit. But alas, alas, that's how it goes. Reno did flip, correct? Yeah, yeah, it did. All of this is true. Teal builds a room. That makes sense. I'm starting family friendly home, and assuming I get wood on the wheel. How could I get wood blocked? I guess I could always. I can't get wood blocked because of forest owner. Okay, love it. So we're growing next round. We're growing next round. We pull off the family friendly home. Bad news. Who the fuck knows what else we're doing after that? But you know, there's definitely worse. There are worse alternatives here. Civ not going for the Reto instantly, instead playing Guardian Head Official. Huh. Okay. Goal 1 achieved, yeah. Like, we've worked out the first thing. Like, basically our game was like, we gotta pray family-friendly home works because we don't have a hell of a lot else going for us. Good news. Family-friendly home has worked. Uh, but, yeah, there's kind of some other problems. There's kind of some other problems, but whatever. We worry about those later. You tried family friendly home with Old Miser. It was okay. That does actually sound kind of Does sound kind of nice. I would not mind an old miser right now. We certainly could have a lot of yeah. We could have a lot going with an old miser to be honest. But I think we'll be able to get enough food. Like we'll see. Just joined. Don't want to be a bad omen, but Jay Savy played a forest owner family friendly highline in the tournament yesterday, scored 50 and came fourth. Yeah, look, I'm fully willing to believe that's true. I mean, this is part of why I don't love forest owner or family friendly home. Like, you are adding stuff for everybody else also, right? So, like, I still don't feel great about this game. I've never felt particularly good about this game. I was worried this game could be a total disaster. It looks like I'm at least gonna pull off the family friendly home part of the game plan. That part's great, but there's a lot else that still needs to happen. You think Stone Weir is way better than Old Miser for food? Interesting. That's surprising to me. But I do agree that Stone Weir might save our ass. But only a mild disaster? Sure. Red is taking forever to think here. Yeah, red is Akin. Okay. There's so many resources. Animal Reeve. Oh my. Pet lover, Animal Reeve. I have a dung collector. Okay, okay. Uh, yeah, fencing on time, super important. Animal pair's really fucking good. Big scores incoming. Yeah. Quick to the fences, basically. I mean, growing's still important. 5 food does go away, so yeah, insane wood. Insane wood. Because I'm forest owner in here instead of blocking wood, right? Like, we use our card, we play the card, we're using the card, we're injecting a million wood. That's just what we're doing. But yeah, my food, my food. It is late growth though. Late growth does make family friendly home pretty oppressive. So that is good. That's good. Teal probably start players here too in order to get the first growth. So we get to grow in round 8. So that feels pretty good. Do I build a stable? I probably do build stables, right? I have so much wood. Stables have got to be part of the game plan. Does one stable really help me though? No. Why build one stable, right? Don't build one stable. That's silly. Doesn't do me enough. Doesn't do me enough. All right. Okay, we just got to figure out food. You think Old Miser is very dubious usually? Like it enables stupid no feed plans, but it helps other people as well, and it cuts a stupid amount of points off your score. I think you're. I mean, I don't play Old Miser Revised. Original definitely had more ways to boost scores and stuff, but I would be shocked if Old Miser's like that bad. I suspect it's still playable, but are we going for 2 read and building for the next grow? No, I don't think we're allowed to do that, especially not while there's 6 clay here. Like there's 6 clay here. Like I think we have to take that. I mean, red is basically forced to take the big sheep pile here. But I think we mildly have to take 6 clay because it's there. God, although the 2 read is super tempting because you're right. We could. God, the 2 read's so tempting because we're gonna be allowed to start into build, grow. But how do I feed next round? But God, growing again does sound kind of insane. I think Old Miser has to have more niche than purely what you're describing, Zach, but also, to be fair, I don't know Old Miser very well in the revised meta. And revised meta is different because there's definitely more food and there's less points, which obviously are both pretty big negatives for Old Miser. But I don't know. I think there's stuff. I'm really tempted by the 6 clay, but maybe the 6 clay is a distraction because it's not going to instantly feed me in any capacity because the sheep just always go here. Like, red is insane if they don't take the sheep pile from me. So, The problem is if I take Reed, I need to like. Oh, I can start player Stone Weird next round though. Oh God, I do see the line. I'm beginning to see the line. I mean, somebody could take 3 food fishing on me next round. That would be the problem, right? But you know what? What the fuck? If somebody does that, so be it. Yeah, it seems unlikely anybody takes 3 food bottom feeding. I agree. It's not entirely obvious to me that Civ won't. I don't think Civ wants to, but Civ's the sort of wow. Red's gonna fence first. Who does it help? I mean, it mostly punishes me, right? So the question is, does any of these players think that they can win the game by like setting me back? I think there's a mild shot that Civ could feel that way, but I don't know. I definitely don't know. So. Red getting their fences done and then getting 5 sheep is pretty cool. That is pretty nice. Although Teal hilariously could have gone Hearth there and then taken all the sheep to open next round, but chooses not to. From Civ's position, you have various cards in hand. They don't know they could. They don't know that I don't have other food outs. Yeah, that's true. And I mean, technically, I have food outs. I can day labor and travel, but ugh, it's bad, bad. But yeah, I think we have to go for just mega grow, right? Like just mega grow lines, like things could go really well. Also, if I take wood here, no, I just start player, right? Yeah, I do just start player. Yeah. Civ actually kind of has to build here anyhow, right? Civ basically has to build because otherwise red builds. And well, I guess they don't know for sure that I'm planning to build again next round, but they probably can figure out that I am. Because I mean, really, what else am I doing? Is Civ eating 2 grain for bed in the grain field? Maybe. Maybe Civ does play bed in the grain field here, yeah. Civ does build 4 stables because he's a good player and knows that there's a million effing wood in the game. So Red takes the sheep that he's mandated to. Okay, cool. Okay, so yeah, we should get fishing into forest owner into build grow, and then we just keep taking stone weir every round. So it's the one sad. It is the one sad thing is that we are one of our family members that we've grown aggressively with is just taking 4 food. Like that's all he's doing. But hey, him being able to take 4 food is pretty good. One of our family members probably could just take 4 wood most of the time. Uh, and then our other family members are able to do other shit. Like take the giant fucking clay stacks that I still am not that still can't do because I'm still doing setup. But Reed Belt got played. Love that. More Reed in the game's good. I like it. Is fifth room even good here? Assuming Civ does not bet in the grain field here. Somebody has to fig this big ass family. How is fifth room has to be good here, right? You really think I shouldn't fifth room? I feel like I definitely should fifth room. I have boosted actions. Like I have a guy that's gonna fish every round. I have extra wood. I can boost freaking like take grain and veg. More actions just seems really good. I definitely am going for a fifth room. I'm pretty confident fifth room's good. I have a roof baluster in hand. Like I just get a 5 room stone house eventually. Like I don't know. I'm in stall holder. Oh no, this is what we're doing. We're stall holder in his feeding, but Civ's not cheating out growth here. I mean, if Civ's not cheating out growth here, like I don't know, I'm gonna grow. It's probably right, but you think blocking growth and then just focusing on fence tempo is fine? The real question is, do we go for a sixth room? We're not going for a sixth room. All right, we just forest owner again because why not add a million wood to the game? I guess I get what you're saying though. Is like if I don't build this room, it does push Civ's growth back. It pushes Red's growth back. I get what you're saying. 6 is better than 5. Yeah. I do kind of get what you're saying here about like, what if I did just grow normally here? But I am gonna just build the other room. But I kind of get the idea not. Yeah, I definitely kind of get the idea of not. But I'll go for it. Grow petting zoo, fence easy. Yeah, I mean, with Civ having stables, like I mean there are pigs now, but like honestly, I don't know. The animals are gonna be just awful. So also 6 wood, 5 wood, 6 clay, 3 stone. Good times. Good times. This is what happens when I yeah. We plow. Huh. Sure. All right. Whatever. We do this. We're at 4 at least, which is fun. Red has to. I could start player chick stable here to grow, right? I can SP chick stable into, I guess, grow petting zoo only if I take wood. But I don't know that I can do that because I also need to keep fishing. You think room middle left was slightly better? Yeah, I tried to debate either way. I couldn't figure out. I wasn't sure what was better, but maybe I missed. Yeah, I don't know. It seemed fine, but anyhow, Civ grows. I would like to take 6 clay here because I still think I want to hearth. Do I even want to hearth this game? I mean, 6 clay still is just Reno in one go. Maybe I'm not playing Hill Cultivator. Um, Red doesn't build here. Interesting. Red not building and forcing grow is intriguing because now they can't start player. So unless they think Civ is starting for them, I get grow next round without having to do more for it, which I love. Love that. Yeah, let's. I would like to just keep getting family members because my feeding is still freaking fish for 4 food. So with exactly 3 fields and a cow patty, it might be better if I did it that way. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I'm not too worried then. How would red build? Oh, did red not have enough wood? Red had enough wood. Red had 5 wood to read. How would red not build? They would go to the build space and build a room. They only took 5 wood. They had room parts. They just chose not to build. I am going to take 6 clay. The 3 stone's also cute, but I'm going to take 6 clay. Be relatively happy with that. Already set up to Reno or whatever. And then I'm going to fish. Oh, I'm in the build space. Oh. I see what you're all saying. I have all locked up my grow next round because nobody can build. Oh. Huh. Okay, see I like this room way fucking better then. I mentally am so wasn't paying attention to what the grow queue even was because I was so lost, but that build action got me grow next round. Like yeah, like please. This feels so good. I'm gonna be at 5 family members by the end of round 9. Like, I mean, there's a lot of shit to do. Don't get me wrong, but you think this room is worth it because of this? Yeah. No, this room feels so much better because of this. I thought I had to fight for my growth still for some reason because I again am bad and not thinking, but this feels so much better. Again, I mean, I don't love that I'm stone weary in every round, but this is one of the rare games that I think we have enough actions that actually spending a family member to 4 food is fine. It's not ideal, but we also have exactly 1 clay, so we can throw that clay to the chick stable. And then we still have clay to reno. This potter's yard could be, nice if I ever actually filled in some more spaces. Stone Weir's totally legit here. I mean, yeah, it's great. That's I'm saying I like the fact that I have this many actions though at least. It's a great feeding plan. It's pretty good, I agree. I am sad that nobody else has used my forest owner, but it's because I've given them so much wood on the board, nobody's had to freaking use my forest owner yet, which feels kind of crazy, but just a shame we don't have an oyster eater. Yeah, that would make this game much better. That would be good. Skillful renovator goes because why not add more wood to the game? Yes, please. Joinery should really be on our list of things to acquire. Joinery would be good here. Uh, Joinery would be good here. We're still buying clay. Okay, we bought clay for a clay oven. Fair enough. Sure. Red is probably taking a pair of pigs to open the round because nobody else can build. So take pigs, then build. That seems like very correct for them. Um, my round is. I guess that means I'm probably going to grow last action, right? Because they're not going to build and force me to grow. So at least I don't think they're going to. I mean, they could surprise me, but no, they do take the pigs. I think that makes so much sense. I do like 4 wood. I do need to actually take a bunch of wooden fence or stables or both. Uh, I kind of like reedstone food, wood, reno joinery, fish. Oh, nope, not enough actions. Okay, check. Not enough actions. Growing is on the list of things to do. Uh, so fish and grow are locked in. The other two actions are probably some combo of forest owner and maybe it still is a reedstone food in there or 3 reed. Taking 3 reed's not bad. This is a pretty interesting board state. Red's gonna 2 room. I don't think so. I think Red's gonna build a room. I just don't think Red needed to build a room, right? I mean, Red didn't know about Den Builder. So, I mean, the answer is maybe they needed to build a room because Civ is probably going to, like, try to take Reed and then Reno himself. And then he could play Den Builder to get back in here. But does Red just take 3 wood for stables? I think that's bad. I think Red should just build a room and, like, that should, in his mind, get him growth, but you just notice the late growth and the family-friendly home did the acceleration. This makes more sense. Oh, I see, I see. You popped in just now. Yeah, yeah. You doubt Civ has the grade for Den building at the moment. Yeah, especially if he's still trying to stall hold, I guess. Okay, sorry. Anyhow, that was all fun. But yeah, what's important here? 3 reed maybe is important here, right? I have a roof baluster, so I kind of don't actually want to be taking reedstone food actions. Yeah, you know what? 3 reed, right? 3 reed is just both my Renos and my Potter's Yard. Wait, yeah, no, this is actually insane. Both my Renos and my Potter's Yard for a single action. Let's get in on that. Let's get in on that. Civ just takes 4 wood. Makes tons of sense. Civ does also need wood. Civ might want a well. I'm going to use my Forest Owner as my next action. Then I'm going to fish and I'm going to grow. Red is building the room as expected. It does look like he's going to get grow because I don't know who's cutting him. Civ was the only other one that had the growth cheat I knew of. And Civ still has the bet of the grain field for the den builder. So, although the bet of the grain field, I guess, yeah, it's about to clear out. But Um, yeah, okay. Do I still play a fur cutter, by the way, at some point? Just because I actually do need more wood. Kind of think we might wind up playing fur cutter, and because single animals are not that bad with animal reeve in the game. Uh, and if I want to build a joinery, which I kind of do, um, yeah, I don't know. We'll find out. I don't know if we're gonna get dung collector off next harvest. I'd love to, but I just don't know that that's realistic. So this dung collector might only be 2 fields, which is kind of a bummer, but whatever. Not that bad. Yeah, hearth really just not looking important this game. Maybe a pottery is important though. A lot of clay got added with that clay carrier,
So, actually, yeah, playing Roof Baluster just so that we can fight some majors. Civ doesn't have time to build a million majors. He's gonna want to build several, but pottery looks good, joinery looks good, well is always good. So, oh, wow, the Den Builder made it all the way back to teal, and that's why teal started, and that's why red was uncertain about the build. Okay, this all makes a lot more sense. Um, okay, okay, yeah. We do now need to grow. Teal has told us growing is mandatory, and we listen. We oblige. Chick stable, we pay a clay for this, because I don't know what that clay is for. I mean, again, maybe a pottery if I take more clay, but chick stable food coming in stage 5, not the dream, but also it probably will help. Hey, Koki Loki, welcome to stream. Civ just doing the 3-room thing, taking wood, taking plows. Probably builds the well with their next action then, I would guess. Teal's gonna fence some, that makes sense, fencing is good. That's one fishing action saved. That is one fishing action saved. Thank you, Chick Stable. Um, which, yeah, I think, again, my round is really just Forest Owner and Fish here, and then we're finally set up to, like, really play the game with a ton of actions. Although, again, we still sort of only have 4 family members, because one of them is just fishing, but, you know. I guess I could travel instead of fish, but I want more food in the game. I want more food in the game, not less. I will take my Forest Owner now. Civ, I presume the well? Yep, Civ gets the well out. Okay, makes sense. It's good. No, Civ does decide the pottery is more important. Okay. Fair enough. I mean, nobody can beat him to the well. So Civ is beating me to the majors that I was talking about being intrigued the most by. Still kind of intrigued by joinery, but I don't know that it's that critical. Um, so taking wood is really high on the list of things to do here. Take lots of wood, build stables, take animals. I mean, this is the other problem with this game plan of like, what else do we even do even after we achieve all that? Like, I don't even fully know. I mean, I guess, yeah, we try to fight for some plows, but also, yeah, I did put this room in the wrong spot. I put this room in the wrong spot for cow patty. Ugh. Because the thing is, I probably should be fencing 6 spaces and trying for 4 fields. And then the cow patty fields want to be. But now, if I fence 6, I only have 2 cow patty fields instead of potentially 3 cow patty fields. Or I can fence 6 here. Wait a sec. I can fence 6 here and I still have 3 cow patty fields. They're just in a more awkward arrangement. It's still wrong, but it still works. Although, it doesn't really work because dung collector field. No, yeah, I did. I mildly screwed it up, but it probably doesn't. It probably doesn't matter, but I did mildly screw it up. It's late cows, so this animal reeve is going to be competitive. Um, sure feels nice to be the guy with 5 actions. Red does get a plow action off with their mold board. It's quite nice. So this is kind of looking like a low scoring game, except yeah, I mean I'm gonna have a big stone house at least, and Civ is getting some really good major improvement points. Uh, but sad cow whisperer, yeah, a cow whisperer not be sad here. Also, like cow patty is not gonna be the easiest thing to actually even get played. But anyhow, I would love to take wood and then fence, right? Like, ooh, 5 food bottom feeding, really? I was hoping that was for me. I guess, yeah, you do kind of need it. Although I thought you were just gonna pet love a bunch, but yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I'm just gonna take more wood. Take wood. 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 Fence 13 is fine here. Fence 15 obviously better, but fence 13, try to actually get a Potter's Yard like option. I guess fence 12 and then Potter's Yard is tempting. Maybe I just get 3 wood. That'd be, well, no, I gotta keep taking fishing every round. Civ is just gonna build the well now. Lock that down. Yep. Okay. Cool. Good work. Good work, Civ. Actually getting points. It is kind of tempting to fence 12 and then start player Potter's Yard into like a pair of pigs. Or start player into plow. Ugh, God, yeah, the board is gonna get so gross so fast here. I do want a joinery to raise my ceiling in this game. I do. I would like to get a joinery. Um, I'd like to get stables too, because like I'm gonna run out of points. But do I want foreclay here for hearth? No, I think hearth is unnecessary. I don't actually think I don't think a hearth is an important part of my game. Yeah, I just don't see hearth being an important part of the game actually. Is it a more efficient than fishing all the time, or is it just too slow? I don't think it is more efficient, right? Like, I don't think there's more. How is there more food in a hearth for me? I mean, maybe if I'm able to breed my animals, but the problem is I actually don't want to eat my animals. If I get animals breeding, I still don't want to eat them. Yeah, like I don't. There's not enough animals to actually score off of this game. Is really the fundamental problem, I think. Like, I don't think there's things to eat. Now, maybe there are. Like, maybe we get a hearth. It's just not important at the moment. If we somehow get in a position where we have excess animals, we'll think about hearthing. But also, for the record, there's way too much clay. Getting the clay for hearth, not going to be hard. Like, it's just not going to be hard. People do not, they just don't need it. It's just not a problem. So, yeah, fencing looks great here. Like, I might even just get sheep here. I'm I'm just tempted to save a wood instantly, but I'm gonna not save a wood instantly. I'm just gonna fence 13, and we'll get wood for the Potter's Yard soon enough. I'm not gonna get plow next round, I don't think. So let's just do this. I might get 3 sheep. Civ might take 3 sheep here. We'll see. Although I left Civ 3 wood, so who knows? Um, who knows? But no, yeah, Civ does take the sheep. Kind of expected. At least the pet lover adds some animals to the game. Yeah, it does. Okay. Um. So taking 2 stone here, so I can like run out a joinery. I don't hate. Just taking 3 wood is not terrible. I could start player to guarantee the 2 pigs, but I mean I'm second here. I don't know if Teal's opening 2 pigs over plow. Could be. I don't know for sure. I could ock the fur cutter. No, not really. RSF is just better than 2 stone. It's 1 food better. Yeah, that's probably true. Because with Rift Baluster, am I ever building any other major? Probably not. Yeah, I'm probably not ever building another major. So yeah, maybe I just get 1 more stone here. I take a stone food action. The food actually could kind of matter too, because like that's the other thing I keep looking at is like my food's not totally sorted next round. Also, I'm gonna be leaving 6 wood on the board. That's a good way to buy me 2 pigs actually. Do I want the BMW? I don't think so. BMW may be in the cards too, depending on how sad the board gets. I don't think I mean, yeah, the BMW may be in the future, but I don't think it's actually. I don't think it's a thing we want that much. Yeah, I'm gonna leave 6 wood on the board because then I probably get 2 pigs. That'd be cool. Civ buys another grain, that makes sense. Civ buys a veg, that's kind of greedy, but joinery is my priority, yeah. But I get what you guys are saying. Like, I might have enough time to build a BMW because I have so many actions, and what else am I gonna do? We'll find out. My round wants to be pigs, forest owner, red joinery, fishing, and X. That X, it could be a cow, it could be a veg, it could be a grain. Uh, like, there's frankly a lot to do. It could be play Potter's Yard, start player Potter's Yard. So yeah, a lot to fucking do here. Like, a lot to do. Uh, Teal is for sure one cow in. Nope, Teal takes the pigs after all that. Nope. They have Wooden Way Bucket. I agree. They have Pet Lover Wooden Way Bucket, and they decide that the two pigs are actually the important bit here. That's obnoxious. Very obnoxious. Did not expect that. I'm not handing Civ 6 wood. I guess Civ gets a plow now, but ugh. Blech. I don't think that was good for them or for me, but oh, they also wood. They freaking hand carted a wood. Okay, that was only 5 wood. Yeah, they hand carted a wood, but I did not see that come in. That was yeah. I mean, I guess they're gonna wheel the cow. Although red could take a cow here. Red could take a cow and then grow. It's reasonable for them. But yeah, I did not. Yeah, and see that is what they're doing. Yeah, did not foresee that. How did red still not grow? This is the first round that red's eligible to grow in. Round 7, teal grew. Round 8, civ grew. Round 9, I grew. Round 10, teal grew with den builder. Round 11, red will finally get to build. I would like to renovate, please. Joinery is part of how we feed. Okay, check. I would also like start player, but teal is threatening to reno, and I don't want to be reno blocked. Action's too efficient for us, so. Civ's gonna take another grade before sowing, that's nice. Nobody threatening Civ on the sows is pretty sweet for him. But sad dung collector. Yeah, I mean, it was a concern once the animal reef came down that the animals would be very tight. I had hoped that the pet lover was gonna kind of inject animals, which they still mildly are doing. But yeah, it's been messy here. It's been understandably messy. We saw like no animal injection cards in the draft either, which is pretty sad after first picking a dung collector for there to just be nothing. But I mean, it happens obviously. Is this stone oven? No, this is just build a hearth. That makes sense for them. Yep. Okay. Cool. I do get to start player Potter's Yard. I mean, I like to start player Potter's Yard into a plow. Yeah. Oh, I don't mind this. I don't mind this. Forest owner into fishing looks fine here. Veg first. Veg fish. I guess it should be veg fish. You're right, because if I get Plauso, is building clay rooms for points and food a thing here with the stables? Um, maybe. I guess building another clay room could be a thing. Yeah, it could be correct to build another room. One of the issues with building another room is it requires me to take another read action to renovate, though, so it doesn't feel that good. Like, actually, it doesn't feel very good. I don't actually know that I'm building stables either. I claimed I was, but I don't actually know if I have enough time for stables. Like, we're kind of to that point in the game of like, how many actions do I actually have left, right? This is part of why I said I'm not that excited about fishing every round. Like, I really kind of have a 4-person family here. Like, we don't. Our passive feeding plan is using our 5th family member to collect 4 food, which is fine. But it sort of means that like I have 12 actions left this game for realsies. I need to play Roof Baluster and Reno. I need to take animals. I need to take crops. Like my farming's not going to look that great. So I don't know. I mean, we'll see how it goes, but like it's not all hunky dory here by any means. Shifting cultivator. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I understand why you wanted a hearth now. Shifting cultivator is cool, although taking wood is also tricky. Yeah, I don't know that I like their game, but whatever. I am going to take a veg and then fish. I'm still sad that nobody's forest owner in, but whatever. Maybe if I get that, then it's worth it. Oh my god, I'm not doing that for the record, but that's not gonna happen. But Civ's game looking still looking really good. I mean we do have actions on Civ, so can we catch him? Maybe. If Grow flips, we also are handing Civ Grow, so you know there's that cool element here too of us starting though. So I think we're gonna beat Teal and Red. Teal and Red are both on three. No, Teal has a fourth family member and now has Shifting Cultivator. Okay, Teal's game is still maybe together. Red looks like they've just grown too late to be particularly competitive. Um, yeah, I think Red's at least making a very pretty farm. Maybe Red's gonna hit Animal Reeve though. Oof, I am undervaluing Red hitting Animal Reeve. Red is almost certainly getting single cow here and locking up Animal Reeve. Yeah, that's actually trouble too. God, yeah, this Animal Reeve is making the fight. My Dung Collector is just so sad. Dung Collector is so sad about the Animal Reeve, making the animals impossible. Also, again, just sad about the draft. Where were all my animal injectors? I guess there was one animal injector. There is Woodworker, and that has actually injected a decent number of sheep. But growth does urgent does flip because why wouldn't it? Why not? Handcart steals a clay. That's fine. What are the Animal Reef breaks again? 234 for 135. Correct. So I'm gonna get no Animal Reef points, so that's gonna be bad. I am gonna eat this food from Potter's Yard. I don't want the clay. Don't want the clay. Um, I do want those two sheep pretty badly. I'm still hoping to dung collect two fields. The cow gets snapped. All of this was very expected. Now the rest of the round begins. You guess we can own a forest, but we can't collect dung. I think we are going to be able to dung collect next harvest. I think we're going to get two pigs. Oh my fucking god, what the hell? God damn it, Teal. How are we doing? Teal's killing our game while doing whatever the fuck they're doing. I mean, they're taking food and they're building a stable, I guess, to be fair, but oh my god. All right, we're not done collecting because yeah, why would we get to do that? I guess we take a bunch of wood to build stables and yeah, we just it's bad. I guess I play Roof Baluster to get into the Reno queue. Reno Elk Lab is okay. What else could I do here? Not a hell of a lot, to be honest. This is bad. This is bad. Yeah, this is bad. We're gonna lose. The animal pressure has killed us. BMW, I mean, maybe, but it's slow. It's not very good. Thunderbolt for Civ. Nice. Yeah, now we're last. Yeah, see, this is a game where we're not gonna score well. Our, yeah, the animal pressure has just been awful, and that was also kind of key to our game being good. I mean, the animal reef being down was gonna make the animals awful, so whatever. I also did not expect Teal with Pet Lover to so prioritize the double animal actions that they left behind. But with once they revealed Shifting Cultivator, I probably should have realized that that was more likely. But yeah, what a mess. God, now I have to start player to guarantee. I'm gonna have to start player myself in order to guarantee another plow action. I'm not guaranteed another plow anymore either because I'm not even guaranteed dung collect at all. I really thought I was wheeling two sheep there. That's kind of crazy. animal catcher. I mean, if I had one, that'd be great. That'd be amazing. Again, I wish the draft had some animal support. That would really solve our issues nicely, but the pig would make more sense for them. Yeah, I mean they're gonna want to take both. Like that's fine. What else am I doing? Like I am gonna just roof ballast. That's just roof ballast here, right? We always are gonna roof ballast here. That's part of it. We want to be in the reno queue before the reno queue gets just absolutely fucked. What do I think about rooms now? I think it's still wrong. The reno queue is bad if you build rooms. I think the reno queue is bad if you try to build rooms here. Yeah, it looks like Civ's gonna get this game pretty handily here by Flip and Grow is very good for Civ, but Civ's gonna get wood here too, because why would Teal, get in their way? So Loki, I don't know how much I can answer your questions in chat repeatedly, but I don't like I feel like I've said this multiple times, but like the joy like all of those look inefficient. They're slow. And like I get it, like we don't have particularly efficient moves, so we're probably losing regardless, but I just don't see how those are gonna make us win. Civ still has another wood spot. That's true. The private wood spot is there. Teal doesn't have the wood spot, so yeah, that is fair. Teal really needs to take the wood action spaces and keeps refusing to. Teal has a master tanner. Okay, that's cute. And the den builder, intriguing. Okay. I need to fish, and then I guess I renovate here, right? If everybody else is not gonna renovate, there's still 1, 2, 3 desired renos. I mean, I can put Reno pressure into the game if I choose not to Reno here. But do I want Reno pressure in the game? Oh, Teal still has an action left. Teal's gonna grow though, right? Yeah, they're gonna Master Tanner grow. I think I'm supposed to just renovate with Alklab here. Why did Teal build a room at all this game? Instead of just running Den Builder Master Tanner? I think building the room was fine, right? I mean, it did get them grow in 7. It sucks not having a cow. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Welcome to our problems, Zach. Yes, you're catching up. You're catching up nicely on all of the problems this game. But since it was late cows, cows have been taken with super high priority by Red, which is totally valid given what they have. SP cow patty into plow sow would be very legit line if it was an option. Completely agreed. It would actually look kind of like we have a game. But yes, indeed, we can't do that. Sorry if I keep being a bit annoyed, but I'm just like, yes, I agree this game sucks, and I just want to play it out because it's just, yeah, we're just dying. We can't take the actions we want, and we're just gonna lose. And there really is nothing we can do about it. But I mean, whatever. We do what we can. But yeah, I agree. There was ways this game could have broken just a little better, and things are still pretty nice. And they've not, they've not. Teal taking 2 sheep with their first action last round instead of taking 4 wood plus a plow was just brutal. I get that they got them a fucking stable, but my god, like, I don't know. I guess Teal needs 1 million food because of shifting cultivator plus a big family is super expensive, so. Civ just opens grow. That makes sense. I at least probably get 2 pigs. Although, God, the cow and hope to wheel start player line is still pretty tempting. This happens. It is always sad. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know the feeling of being dead and then just hoping for it to be over. Yeah, yeah, no. I mean, we've all been there. We've all been there too. It's fine. I think I do have to try to take the cow and then wheel start player cow patty because that. Well, although I can also just get a plow here, maybe. Just getting a plow out of the way would also make me happy. Red is gonna plow instead of plow sow. Oh, moldboard, moldboard. Okay. You're increasingly dubious about putting Forest Owner into games early. It seems to have bad, unexpected effects often. I didn't love doing it here. I agree. I'm low on Forest Owner. Plowsow does get taken. Okay, we take the pigs. God, do we take cow to wheel start player cow? I think we do take cow and hope to wheel start player cow patty. I mean, if we don't get start player cow patty, whatever. But like that turns our game a lot better. So let's try it. You think with the family-friendly home it was fairly reasonable? I mean, to be fair, I don't know what my other game plan is supposed to be. If my game plan is not supposed to be family, like if the game plan's not family-friendly home plus like do forest owner things and try to get big fast, what is the game plan with this hand? I guess fence early and try to dung collect, except that it turns out like that probably also dies. Like to be fair, the hand was not that good. The draft really didn't work great, but two pigs might wheel, but teal will always take the cow on the wheel. That's true too, actually. So yeah, I guess taking the cow is pretty defensible here. Um, Civ's already at 41 after that fence plus stall hold. That's an interesting fence arrangement from Civ. Why fence? Oh, because you only had 14. Never mind. You only had 14 wood. Never mind. It makes sense. This is a fine fencing arrangement. The two pigs do go because why wouldn't they? I mean, fair enough. You're hungry as well, are you? Supposedly? I guess. I guess what else are you doing for points is the argument too. How about renovating? Renovating's an option, but whatever. It looks like we're gonna get start player at least, so that's good. Start player cow patty, very nice. Yes, Teal's going to do the whole plow thing. It's totally fine. All right, we at least get the cow patty and we at least get the cow patty thing. But yeah, our dung collector just totally dying is mega sad, but mega sads. Handing Civ another plow doesn't make me happy, but I mean, at this point, Civ is one. We're really just trying to get second, right? Like, Civ is definitely one. But we can maybe get second. So, Civ has a cool Ock, and it's a sower. Sure, that way he can just sow at the end of the game and win Guardian Head Official. That's pretty legit, too, right? Yeah, that's pretty legit. That's cool. Civ's not even trying to reno then, is he? He's just gonna build a fireplace here. And then bank a sow action and lock down Guardian Head Official. That sucks, because we were going to kind of get Guardian Head Official. We're scoring 40 to 45. We take Veg here, no, to lock down Guardian Head Official ourselves, or tie Civ with Guardian Head Official. Interested. Yeah, I guess that's an option. That is actually, that makes sense. We can do that. We can take another Veg here and do that. You think an alternate could have been a hearth plus fur cutter for food scraps over the fishing weir, but would really just leads to competition with red and teals, leaving Civ. So doubt that's much better. Yeah, it turns out I think fur cutter doesn't really work this game because for fur cutter to work, you need to be able to take single animals with like your last actions, and I just actually think that turns out to not really work because like red and teal have incentives to take single animals still. So yeah, I agree. I don't think it really works. Don't think it really works. Oh, alas. Um, that's how it goes. There goes another single animal grab that we would have not minded, but again, this is kind of expected, so. What was I one doing? I was taking another veg. Yeah, take another veg. We at least get to Mega So Veg next round, which is, that part's good. Part's gonna be good. We needed Forest Owner down to do the early rooms. Ultimately looks a bit like what you was afraid of not being in time for taking animals. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I agree. It was very possible that this was the outcome. I mean, part of the problem of why we're not getting animals is because both red and teal are feeding off those animals too. So the pressure on animals is insane because I thought we were at least gonna get some animal pairs, but both of them have said, "Uh oh, no, I don't have time to like get more points. I have to take those animals for food also," which is mega killing us. But that's how she goes. Taking a grain and then fishing. Oh no, so, I need to keep taking my forest owner, right? Yeah, keep taking forest owner. Taking a grain can happen later. I guess I don't even have to fish here. Do I have to fish here? I have food on the joinery. I have food here. I can stable these spaces probably. Maybe I can get away without fishing this round. I don't know, that sounds risky, but Drudgery Reef seems like a good play. That's true. I can also go for Drudgery Reef points. That's I did forget about Drudgery Reef points. That's actually why people aren't cared about Renos, isn't it? Yeah, never mind. That is why people are not cared about Renos, is because Drudgery Reef. Yeah, okay. Sure. Teal's gonna score a bunch of Drudgery Reef points. Eh, whatever. Alchemist can help with that. It's true. Alch Lab, yeah. Um, yeah. Oh. You think the stables are just better than the Reeve? I kind of think so. I'm looking at Drudgery Reef 2 right now and doing the math, but I don't think it's very good. I don't think it's very good. I have so many points by like just doing 2 point actions, right? Like there's so many like 2 point plus actions. If I just focus on those, it's got to be better. I think I am supposed to fish. I think grain's not particularly important for me. Like it's just another 2 point action that I can probably take next round. But I can't necessarily take for food, or I can't necessarily. I might need to. I might need to weir again next round. Probably not, but I guess especially if I'm eating this clay, and then these stables would come with food. Huh? Maybe this food was unnecessary then. Yeah, maybe I'm gonna regret that slightly. Whatever. Whatever. Again, I didn't want to think too deeply about this game anymore. I shouldn't be that sad, I guess. My points are not that bad, and this plow sow is huge. So maybe I'm not as far out of this as I'm giving credit for. You think grade was better? I kind of agree. You get best Reeves 5 points for 3 actions. Yeah, I agree. That's like not that good. So, but yeah, I think actually I was not supposed to. I was not supposed to fish. We also have 2 raw veg to eat. Oh, we do have 2 raw veg to eat. Ooh, I forgot that. Okay, yeah, fishing was wrong. Fishing was wrong. Okay, I might have thrown 2 points away, which might actually be like really important. I keep saying Civ has already won, but Civ, well, Civ probably has one. Civ continues stallholder, and he's gonna have a lot more. He has a lot more crop points coming after this banked stow action when he wants it right at the end. He gets another plow. Yeah, I mean, eh. Oh well. Anybody else building stables? Teal technically could stable, but that looks crazy. So no. The answer is no. Stables are at least like very free, so that's good. But yeah, that fish action was bad. That fish action might just be negative 2 points. Uh, we'll see if it's that bad, but it's conceivable that it was that bad, which definitely would suck. Although, hopefully, I'm just beating red and teal anyhow. Hopefully, I'm just beating red and teal anyhow. Kind of surprised that Kneps just took a stone. Oh, unless they're going for no, they're going for a 3 point drudgery reeve. I see. They're gonna like Reno and have 2 of everything left. Okay, that actually makes sense. Yeah, that's actually gonna be pretty good for them. But all right. Anyhow, we definitely go get this guardian head official, or hopefully this guardian head official. I'm definitely just eating this clay. I'm not worried about drudgery reeve. I don't have time for drudgery reeve. Too many other good things to do. All right. Good old cow patty helping out nicely with trying to get those guardian head official points. That does take up, but the score looks like 39. I don't think we lose guardian head official, so yeah, I mean we're still gonna hit like low to mid 40s, probably mid 40s, right? We have a decent number of actions left. Those actions are largely 2 point actions. We're already fed between joinery and veg, so yeah, I definitely threw away 2 points. Red opens RSF instead of grow. Not totally sure I parsed that one. I will take a pig here because pig blocks Civ from getting pigs. There's no grow competition because Teal's already at 5. Ah, yes, because of their family. Never mind, yes. No point in growing. Duh, okay. So red, though, is saying they want to take reedstone food and then take 3 wood? Red's gonna just take 3 wood for Drudgery Reeve. That's 36. They breed a couple and they grow. Okay, I should be beating them. Red looks like grow Reno and that's it. Yeah, no, no, yeah, red takes, yeah. You think wood is better than Reno? It is, it is. So they will take wood over Reno. Okay, I'm gonna take a pig. I think taking pig here is correct. Like, I might get the sheep back, but I don't think Civ ever lets me get the pig back, so. I do think there's actually a decent amount of pressure for wood. I could still use more wood because I want a stable, but Civ has an Ock, and it's a goddamn first pick Lord of the Manor. Sure, okay, alright, never mind. Yeah, Civ's won by a lot, congrats. That's cool. Yeah, 4 stables, 4 pastures, 4 fields, gonna max out grain and veg. Uh, that's good. That's pretty good. Cool game, Civ. Cool story. No, I mean this is a pretty sweet. This is a pretty sweet game from him. I would not have done the stall holder. I would not have found the stall holder line at all as like my feeding plus extra scoring. I would not have. I would not have run stall holder game. Um, the 3 room farm hard game though, very cool. Not even worried about renos. Like, don't have to reno. I mean, to be fair, like, built very key majors. Like, Civ still has a 3 point action by taking a giant pile of clay, so that's gonna be up to 47. There's like a ton of points in sowing and Lord of the Manor shit. Like, Civ's gonna score like 55 here or something. Um, but that's because Civ has a ton of ways to score points that don't involve doing what the rest of us were doing. The rest of us 3 were like pretty focused on animal shit, and Civ was like, nah, I don't have to do that. I can do crop shit. And nobody else was doing crop shit. So it's pretty nice. But stallholder doubter, duh. Huh? I am generally a stallholder doubter, yes. I mean, to be fair to Civ, this was a pretty dreamy stallholder game where like somebody's like, oh yeah, there's enough wood for you to build those stables and not feel bad about them. Cause yeah, one of the players was like that, but stallholder just keg in Ock form, kind of. Ziv gets his giant pile of clay. All of this makes sense. I'm at least at 43, right? Okay, yeah. Like, I should at least. I should at least just have a pretty clean. I should have a pretty clean. Uh, it looks like I have a fairly clean second place here, though, so I can't feel too bad about that. Um, I do wonder if there was some path to beating Civ, but gosh, I don't know. It's very unclear what it would have been. I mean, it would have. I guess it partly would have involved. It partly would have involved Grow not flipping in 12, but even then, I don't know. Teal takes 3 stone. What? Okay, Teal still has actions left. Still has Reno fencing. Okay, sure. I have 2 actions left. It could be 4 wood into stables plus food, but again, I don't really need the food. I can also just take grain plus nothing. Like, if I take grain, what is my last action, I guess, is the problem, right? If I grain, I basically don't have points. But grain is 2 points, just straight up. Alternatively, I can take wood, go to 12 wood, build stables, get 4 points, end on 1 point of joinery, so that's 5 total. That's just as good as the grain. Alright, cool. I just take this grain. It does appear I cost myself 2 points, though, I think. Because yeah, if I had just taken the grain last round, I would be able to take 4 wood here into stables, and then stables would feed me. Civ does get a reno off. That's cool. Just builds a hearth, or builds another fireplace, because taking more clay is worth it for him. Yeah, I got to take the read off sower there. That's cute. You think it's just 1 point? Stables is 1 point now? Do you think Kneps has beat us regardless? Wait, am I miscounting how many points Kneps has? Oh, clay carries. I did forget about clay carry as the way to hit Drudgery Reeve. Although, did they not run fence? Wait a sec. Or no, they still have one person left. Sorry. Okay, so there's still Reno fencing. Does K-Dubs have us beat? I don't know. Whatever. We're gonna find out later. But I'm mildly surprised if that's true, just for the record. But it very well might be. I can't do anything that matters. Right? Can't do anything that matters. I can stables for a point, right? Stables is 1 point here. I can build 4 stables. That's 1 point better than all this wood, and I am fed because I can build the stables and trigger the clay stuff. Okay, yeah, this is a 1 point move. Okay. Okay, we end at 46. K-Neps after red fencing is going to beat us. Is that actually true? They're going to lose 2 points. That puts them at 35. They run out to 38. They fence to 42. How is K-Neps beating us? I don't see it. Oh, it gets more wood? That doesn't matter. Dead Builder hiding the guy is hilarious. Yeah, Dead Builder hiding the guy's always been annoying. Drudge is not showing. Wait, what? Drudgery Reeve doesn't show in the live score? What the fuck? Why? That's so annoying. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. That's dumb. That's very dumb. You think it's endgame points only? I mean, so's Gardening Head official. Guardian Head official shows the entire game, so why Drudger Reeve doesn't show during the entire game is not consistent at all. But I mean that clearly is correct, and so yes, fine. K-Neps is going to beat us, but that's annoying. Like if you're gonna show all the other scoring cards live scoring, not showing Drudgery Reeve during live scoring is very inconsistent. It's weird with the guilds, so it's hard. 59 is a score. Yeah, yeah. I mean, Civ had a game. Civ had a game here. Um, it would calculate your best line with guilds. I get what you're saying that it probably isn't doing it because it's annoying. It could do it, and maybe it should do it. But I do kind of get what you're saying. It is slightly hard. So fair enough. I don't. Yeah, I honestly haven't played enough with Drudgery on BGA. I just naturally assumed it was live scoring. I think it makes way more sense to assume it's live scoring. It doesn't change how I would have played. Yeah, it obviously changes my mental. I didn't see how KNFs was beating us, but the answer is because Drudgery's not showing in his score. So yeah, nicely done, Civ. Crazy game. Crazy cool game from you. Very, very nice. Scoring 58. Scoring 58 off of that opening is very cool. So much clay. Yeah, I sort of wanted to get the pottery too, but you correctly, yeah, got pottery well before I could finish getting set up to get it. Sad you didn't get to do a museum caretaker. Museum caretaker, Lord of the Manor feel. I mean, maybe you could do both, but whatever. You have enough bonus points. You can just you had plenty of chances to pursue your own stuff there. So, getting third here sucks though. I don't like getting third there, but that game just sucked for us. So whatever. Um, that was just brutal. But yeah, he was way more worried about red taking pottery. I mean, yeah, for sure. To be clear, that is sad. Yeah. Um, yeah. To be clear, I wasn't like I was tempted to play Rift Baluster and then build guilds, but obviously like I wasn't really set up until I had actions. But yeah, my first pick Dung Collector just totally getting stuffed entirely. I mean, I get it. Red fenced very early, kudos to them, but I did not expect Red and Teal to keep taking animals with as much priority as they were, even after they had animals. But to be fair, it was the only way they were feeding as well. But yeah, Red overplayed for the Reeve. I mean, I completely agree. I completely agree. But Red played so hard to make sure that they got the Reeve, and then forgot to actually get enough other points to win. But that happens. But yeah, my first pick Dung Collector just totally died. And there was not much animal support in the draft. Admittedly, some of that animal support would have been drafted out from under me anyhow, but there really wasn't much for animal injection. But yeah, so first pick Dung Collector kind of died, but I mean, at least first pick family friendly home worked, and it was late growth. Like it was a nice family friendly home start, but much of why I don't feel that good about family friendly home is stuff like this of like, in order to feed, I had to rely on frickin' Stone Weir. So like, yeah, I grew fast, but it's sort of like I was down a family member the whole game because that family member was just feeding everybody, which like that's not the worst outcome by any means, but it was. I guess nothing I was doing was efficient. The only reason I have an okay score is because I got a million actions, but the only like efficient thing I had was Dung Collector, and I just didn't even get to use it. So it's pretty hard to do well when that's the case. And yeah, you showed some really cool shit here. I would not have necessarily thought about new purchase stallholder as a line, but that was cool. So it was a second pick Reeve too. Oh wow, them going woodworker into 4 wood in round 4 was baffling. Yes, that was that was pretty wild. I agree with that. Um, yeah, Red did some things that I was pretty surprised about. Red also scored better than I thought because I forgot. So Drudgery Reeve not scoring until the end also really surprised me here. But glad I guess to avoid last. But Stallholder was the third choice grade card for you to go for this. Nice. You were thinking originally about Ben and Steam Machine, but you wound up going Stallholder because I added so much wood to the game. Okay, that makes more sense. I knew I had passed Steam Machine and that I had passed Ben in the Grainfield, and I assumed that was more so why you were doing this. But I get it. This was a cool pivot from you then to run Stallholder as the option because of the fact that there was just so much wood. Um, yeah, I mean, obviously, very cool game from you. Scoring 58 on a three family member, well, 3 room game. I mean, obviously, me starting and giving you grow in 12 is part of why you have such a high score. But you still were gonna get into the low to mid 50s. But yeah, definitely getting gifted the grows is pretty sweet too. But anyhow, tons of wood and also the bed timing was weird. Plus 8 clay as room parts if somebody doesn't please the 3 read. Yeah. The start stuff was very nice. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I started for you several times too. That's true. I was starting to build and shit. So yeah, you were in a nice seat position too to benefit from the slight nonsense of what I was doing. Um, but yeah, playing Forest Owner certainly makes Stallholder a lot cooler. And then yeah, stalls for Lord of the Manor, like stables, actual stables for Lord of the Manor. Also, who cares that you're fencing kind of late because of the stables? Because it turns out animals were just not going to be your game. They weren't my game either. It turned out. Um, but yeah, you basically I said kind of during like I was saying kind of in the end game. Part of why you win this game is because you have a hand that can actually do like your hand could actually do crop stuff like plowing in crops, and everybody else like was not doing that. So it's always nice to be kind of left to your own device and have a way to do stuff that nobody else wants to. Am I playing again? No. I kind of want to because that game wasn't very satisfying. But you thought animals were going to be my game. Nice. Yeah. Well, you were wrong. Yeah. I don't think I've ever had a worse dung collector. Like, I knew I was being a little late on the fences, but God, I thought for sure I would get a 2 field dung collector here still. I thought for sure that was going to at least be a 2 field dung collector, but my God, it was just impossible. Ugh, crazy. Oh well. You have a hand that does crops, but you also took a you did have to force it. I agree. You had to force crops kind of. I think I don't force crops quite enough. I mean, crops can be so strong, right? Like I agree. You had to do a couple manual moves, and yet you're scoring 58 here, right? Like part of why it's so strong is the rest of our feeding was kind of bad. Like Teal took a Teal did like some of these players also were taking 4 food bottom feeding moves. They were taking essentially 4 food animal action or like 4 food animal grabs. Um, so like I mean, when all of your opponents are like, ah, yes, I'm going to keep using my actions to take 4 food, it's like, well, yeah, if I can set up food that's not competitive and stuff too, that's nice. But You were scared of me trying to make sure you didn't leave nice stuff on the board that would take a lot of moves to get, like the majors and the 3 sheep grab. Yes. I mean, I'm glad you were scared of me. I think people being scared of me is sensible. I had a ton of actions. Like, you have to be worried about that. If again, honestly, like if I'm given just a little bit more here, right? If I am left the stupid pair of boar that I thought I was going to get, and or I'm left the 3 sheep that you grabbed right after I fenced, I actually get a dung collector for 2 more fields, like just a little bit more help. And I mean, yeah, I'm at least a 50, right? Like, I mean, it turns out your game's so good that you're just beyond me, but like, I don't know. There are options here. Like, I also could have tried to pursue some drudgery reef shit. It's just like I didn't quite have the actions for it because I never had enough food. But anyhow, Teal's inefficiency was using clay carrier with so much clay on the board and then fighting for food for shifting. Yes, I agree with that. Teal never had great food, and they ran clay carrier. Yeah, they sunk this. They sunk 12 food into clay carrier in a game where there was giant piles, but then they took 5 food bottom feeding. They took 4 food as animal grabs, even though they have a pet lever and could just single animal some more. So that was annoying. You gave up sower proc to take the sheep. I mean, you taking the sheep makes so much sense. Like, I kind of figured we were gonna take the sheep, right? Like, I knew what was happening when I was fencing, but I mean, yeah, it's definitely unfortunate. I was like hoping you had other things to do, but but yeah, sweet sower too, right? You using this sower to get that late sow so that your crops are like super maxed and you're competitive on gardening head is really cool. Um, yeah. Ugh. Oh well. Anyhow, yeah, really nicely done. You had a really cool game. I wish I was playing cool game your cool game. I guess I was relatively happy with my start. Like I did get late growth and I got to run my family friendly home shenanigans at least, but this is part of why I'm just not that high on family friendly home shenanigans. Like even if you get to inject a lot of extra growth, it can be hard to generate the food and it's still lots of actions is not I don't know. I guess I am much more comfortable if my game has like significant efficiencies than I am comfortable just getting lots of actions and trying to figure it out. And so yeah, I'm much more jealous of what you got to do than just having the most actions by a mile, but none of those actions being particularly good. Uh, how many more actions did I have than anybody in this game? Yeah, I had 47, 47 to 37, 31 actions for OJ. Yeah, that's pretty. That. I guess that was the other good thing about your game, right? It's you at least the queue resolved kind of nicely around you. And then yeah, this is the other problem with Forest Owner. I only took 13 wood off the board, and instead I wound up using my Forest Owner a lot. So like yeah, this is always the concern. You got 26 clay off the board, crazy. Ugh, good times. Okay, well, anyhow, you have a concept of board temperature. You're not sure whether warm or cold equals good board. Yeah, I it sounds intriguing to me. I'm not gonna worry about it here. But yeah, thanks for chatting. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. As always, it's been good. That was a tough game. Getting third instead of second is annoying, but whatever. Like the game didn't go our way. It happens. Lack of animals was just so brutal, but um, adding a ton of actions is generally makes the board bad. Yeah. But I also have ways to boost my actions. That's the thing. Like I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure. I thought I was gonna be able to boost my actions and that was gonna be okay, but part of the problem is like there was just slightly too much wood. So none of you actually had to compete that hard for wood. Partly because I had to give too much wood early. Like it was pretty ugly in that sense. But like the problem is I needed to be able to first pick animal pairs, and that just like wasn't a thing. So the stuff that was competitive was not the things that I had outs for. The things I could boost was clay production, which I didn't need to do because there was way too much fucking clay. I could boost wood, but also didn't really need to. And I could not boost animals, which was the thing I needed. So, ugh. Anyhow, Yeah, hey, Heroic Logic. Yeah, yeah. Thanks all for yeah. Again, thanks everyone for hanging out, chatting. It's been a good day of streaming. I'm gonna get stuff handed over to YouTube and post some stuff and whatever. But yeah, as always, it's been good. I'm hoping to maybe get one more stream in before WBC. But we'll see. It's been fun to get some extra Agricola in lately. But yeah, we'll see how it all goes. But yeah, thanks everyone for hanging out. Thanks for chatting. I'm gonna head off. But yeah, it's been good. See everybody around. Later.